A good great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing in the world. Coming to you from Guyana, 126 Loloni Street, Queenstown, TBN Studios. So, I've become famously known as the Guyanese Critic. My true name is Mikhail Rodriguez. I was born in December of the year 1979, and I'm an only child. A wild card to some extent. I've always been outspoken all my life. Now, the story today is a very interesting one. Because as I learned that not everything you need to reply to, there's a lot of talk about me on social media. I was the center of attention last night. But why? We're going to listen to a recording from an individual that was a client, or up to recently was a client of a company that I'm associated with. And the father of an individual who I held as a friend. An amazing story of envy, greed. Sometimes it's worrying. Now, have you guys seen the social media videos? It was widely circulated. Have you guys, in the comments, have you seen the videos? Share this live, because this is going to be explosive. As much as I haven't said anything in this for some time, a lot of things were brewing behind the scenes. Somebody tag Smelly Smell, Tony Bourne. Tag everybody and anybody. So when I heard of this, I asked myself, who of any character does things like this? Whose attitude is indicative of things like this? Leaking voicemails, doing surreptitious things. I know I'm not that kind of guy. But there's a guy that I held and thought of as a friend, who was talking with somebody else and getting them to say unsavory things about me. Yeah, I remember when the audio came out with Azadine talking to Stacy from Visit Guyana. Well, you want me to tell you with her there? Because Azadine gave me the conversation. What Azadine did not know at the time is that loyalty comes in many shapes and forms. And when I held Azadine as a friend, I never went behind his back and spoke anything unsavory about him that I would not have said in front of his face. When people ask me some things, I say, man, the guy could be an asshole sometimes, but he's my friend. You can't tell me nothing, buddy. I hold him as a friend. Now, after a photo came out of me, came out a few years ago, maybe a year, 2 years ago, of me sitting, and made it out look like me got astronomically large seas, the mega Gori. You know where the Gori story come from? The Godi story was created by my friend Azadeen Mohammed. At the time, I was throwing back in a car. Me sitting down, I eating, photographer taking out pictures. And he saw this specific picture. He saw an interest in it. And one of the boys said, we could post this picture. I saw the picture. I knew what the outcome would have been. And I said, yes, most naturally do. Because if there are people who have you down bad in their mind, no matter what you do or how you play, it's going to play out. So for a long time, I have been reserved. I just didn't say anything. There's some people, unlike me, that are very manipulative. The thing is, sometimes when you get off with murder, you assume that you could get off with anything. And we're going to listen to a recording purportedly by Mr. Mohammed, the elder Mohammed, to somebody else about me. We're going to listen to that. Now, bear in mind, this recording was played yesterday. Smelly Smell had it. And a man named Daggy had it. Now I said, how is it possible that they could get a private who does that? But I know people who do that. People who are not of stellar character, don't know morals and are guided by wrong and right. There's some people who assume that money can buy you into the gates of heaven. There's that assumption. So we're going to listen to audio. And then we're going to go into detailed discussion. By the way, it is in the discussions with me and Mr. Mohammed. The audio came in there. I don't know if it's mistakenly or intentionally. He mistakenly sent it to me. But the audio is there. It was played on Smelly Smell show. And the dad played it last and everybody had a ball. Now, I need not reply to this. This is a jokey thing for me. But last night, somebody who is supposed to be close to me asked me if everything is all right. How you're close to me, you're not sure if everything is all right with me. So obviously there are a lot of people worrying out there from what they hear. Now I need to come and clarify because our company has creditors of which we owe large sums to. And it's being told like we go into smithereens. And I'm in a management meeting this morning where one of my senior people asked me about financing. I said, you never asked me about that before. So obviously, even the closest people to me believe the story of treachery. So listen to this.
Hey, Seth. How things, yeah?
This is a matter of fact that this is Nazir Mohammed. There's a voice note. This is his voice. Yes, it is him speaking. Because somebody says, oh, it's not, it's something. No, it is him speaking. How did Smelly Smell get it? And Dad get it? Because he is a financier of Smelly Smell. He's a financier of Smelly Smell's attacks on the government and everything else. If you didn't know, now you know. Now, how I know? He told me. And there is a recording to that effect. Now, me make up this. After I heard this, I said this could be a leak. The lion from Pops. Pops would never do that. This is not a characteristic or a quality of a wealthy man. What I did is called and I said, Pops, what happened? And he confirmed. So one has to ask oneself, what else information does Smelly Smell disseminate that was directly given to her by the Mohameds? What information Dog disseminates that was given to him by the Mohameds? And then one is I'm going to go through details as to all the things told in this voice note was the cause of this fallout with me and the Mohameds. Was the cause? Well, the cause would be evident because the elder Mohammed himself will tell you what is the cause. Greed and envy. So I am confirming that it is. There's no question, right?
Listen, man, I understand, fully well, why you don't want to be in meetings with Critic, now that I can see it as clear as day, and I don't blame you. I think I went ahead without the approval of the other directors, and I went into this business with this man to build this wharf. And the only reason why I went into this business with him is because of the two engineers that he stole from Geico, and Avindra and what's the name of it?
So being fully well aware that I stole two engineers from a company that are qualified in the area of doing a specific job, Mr. Mohammed was willing to give me the job. Deceit. He's willing to give me the job. He's fully well aware that I stole these two engineers from a company. But he was willing to give me the job. Let's continue down. This is how it starts.
Yeah, the guy, because I know these guys had some experience. They work on Gisby Wharf, and we wanted something that can, be over 100 tons. However, it took long to bring the contract for us to formalize the contract.
Funny enough, I am not the person with the contract. The Mohammeds, lawyer and everything, drafted an extensive contract.
And so we went ahead with the project, even before we signed a contract. After Navendra and the other engineer guy, submit the estimate. Now, when we get a contract, I realize that Critic has no role in this company, Tupui. This company is owned by Winston, who has 70%. Derek, who has 40%. Derek, I think, is the financier, the American guy who is also the good friend of Winston. And he sent Winston here to look over his interests. And Critic Tucson, who has 5%. So 70, 20, and 5%. Critic is not a part of this company.
So a man in the States who got 20% share in a company send another man with 70% share for run he business in the state. He give you all the thing for run he business in the state. Let me continue. Are you ready to dissect the story yet?
Of a con man.
And so, me and got nothing to say. One would ask oneself why the old man is saying all these things. I can't tell you. He himself will tell you why we did this stage.
How can men operate? While whatever equipment he has is in his name, but if people are going to file litigation, they got to go to the company, most particularly the company secretary, who's Winston. You know, after we started the project, I realized that Winston, you know, Martindale, is actually the majority shareholders in the company.
Today the live is live.
Doesn't have anything. This is a shell company, right? Doesn't own nothing other than the 4 directors, you know. A couple old.
Most Guyanese don't understand what they hear with directors and all. You did a little above your pay grade, especially you been over by Smelly Smell kind of followers. This here says for clarity, for we growth. Me coming to answer to no low life hungry belly body. You understand what I tell you? Me coming for answer to no low life hungry belly body. This is for we growth. For the future. Because this here is the beginning of the end.
Equipment that the man got
and it's not for me.
Name, based on what I understand. So I'm glad that we went and collect back the excavator, you know, with this road project. Because I don't know how he's going to complete that project. From what I see there, everybody gone way ahead with the project. He's just scraping grass, you know. You know, so that's a big failure there, you know. I don't know.
So bear in mind, this is one of the wealthiest men in this country. This gives you some insight into his thought process. This gives you some insight into his demeanor. No. The low life and the hungry belly and the hairy and the ordinary man gone. Wow. But people of character, people of a certain level and a professional thinking, what kind of thing is this? Continue to listen.
Who gave him contract again, you know? However, we wrote this letter, and I told him that, well, you know, we're going to terminate the contract. The 2 engineer boys left him. I reached out to them, and they said, yes, they're going to come. They're working with another company, but they will come after hours and, you know, speak to my contractor and supervise the completion of the wharf, right? But the wharf is only about 50% complete. You know, we've spent a lot of money. They're going to be a huge cost overrun because of this jackass, you know what I mean? You know? And I mean, I got to blame myself. And right now, I'm in some real hot waters with the directors, them, because they're pissed, right? But what are you going to do? I took it upon myself. I got to take my blows, you know? As on the other hand, you know, he was totally against it. You know that. He said, again, this man is just hung out just for the fun of it.
So, it was never what it seemed. As a matter of fact, now me saying, as the Dean Father saying, that is where the envious part comes in. No. If you're there wrong a man, you got a friend, you ever noticed with friends, you got a friend, he there better than you, everything is okay. Yeah, give half of your food, he are it with though. When he see you with 2 bags of food, it becomes a problem. It's not me saying, it's the Father saying. So as much as it was out there, the pictures would show that me and I was dating his friend. And I thought we were friends. My outlook of him was one of friendship. It was never to be. It's not me saying, it's the Father saying. So all the time, What was the plan? If you can tell your father, we no friend, we just hanging out, then who friends do you have? You see, the advantage that I have is that the people who are associated with me and the people I call friends was never about money. It's about real care. It's about a human connection. I ain't getting down and dirty yet.
This man is not no friend. He helped him to build his studio because he just left him. Took it upon myself. I gotta take my blows, you know. As on the other hand, you know, he was totally against it. You know that. He said he and this man is just hang out just for the fun of it. He and this man is not no friend. He helped him to build his studio because, you know, he had a old raw studio with 2 plastic chairs inside, you know. That was what he said.
So to bring clarity, the Mohameds in no way close to helping me build my studio. Azadin Mohamed helped me a lot, but nowhere close to building my studio. The amount of people were put into this thing, their time and effort and money cannot be overlooked. And it added up to far more than Azadin Mohamed ever gave me. You understand? Enough more. There are people who put in every month. And look at me last as a critic. We there watching you back. They got people that put in astronomical amounts for me to be where I am here today. And it's not Azadin Mohamed or the Mohameds. You gotta listen out and then the plot thickens. When I'm me say, it's the Mohammed saying.
He was doing his show and his cost down and so on. And you know the kind of heated exchange we had in that boardroom. One time I slammed down my hand and hurt my hand, you know, and told him that, you know, if you continue to go on national, you know, being the contractor for my project and go on your program and they're costing people and calling people hungry.
Now, what Mohammed tried to do, and with the real rift which we happen, is try to control what I say and what I do. That doesn't happen with me. I am not a smelly smell or a dog. Whatever I see is the narrative that needs to be put out there. Whatever information I get, that guides the narrative. Nobody can pay me for saying nothing. So he had hoped that this studio could be used to represent he, to cover he tracks, to attack he enemies. So when we had those meetings, yes, he said, man, of course, but they got times we say, here, this is what I said, not me, Pops, not me. You guys said, not me.
Belly and hungry belly dog and accusing, you know, our African brothers and sisters for all kind of nonsense, you know what I mean? You know, as is the man was eating out a styrofoam box and paper bag. He give me for eat with knife and fork when they used to go out, you know. You understand? But today that man is.
Now I think what people thinking in the mind when they say the first thing is not true. But who stoops so low? Now again, this story ain't gonna end now. It might go on forever because it got so much apart. The thing is, I am not here to represent anything. I'm here to maintain morale in my ranks. And the people who worry about me, listen.
He's such an ungrateful man. You know, I mean, I don't know how to describe him, you know. He's a low-grade human being, you know. You know, that man set up his studio so that he can carry important people in there, and I'll have them in air-conditioned environment, this is what kind of human being. He buy car for you because he had a whole car, and had air conditioning and so on. One thing, one girl complained, a foreign girl complained, man, this car really, really hot,
True.
This is the man, Now he's gonna.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Is this Mr. Critic?
Speaking, ma'am. Turn on the thing in the background there. I don't think I should take no calls this
But
morning.
Wilson in all these problems now, and Wilson Martindale is a nice guy, You know that, He would have to stand all the litigation because I hear the man owe everybody. He just go in on his program and talk about business. I told him, I say, you're not a businessman, you're a hustler. And hustlers don't make it in business, A businessman is someone who plans and who strategizes,
I want to know if he knew this before or after I proposed to build the wharf for them for free. Oh, yeah, I thought it was about money. No. It was my intention to garner experience. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. I went to listen into you on the live, so that's how I get the number. So sorry to make noise in the background.
All right, talk to me quickly.
Yes, Esteban, you probably the fittest guy for me to get onto. It's not really much that I want to say.
Whoever is it, you gotta get to the point. You watching me live?
Yes.
So you gotta get to the point. This is a serious one.
Okay. Well, when I want to talk not about the topic that you get going on for this, so I could call you some other time then?
Anytime. If it's an issue, you call me and I can address it for you.
No
WhatsApp me. This thing hot? Shit.
You don't go and do things, you do things, in a very systematic manner, You don't jump around and do this and do that and do the other.
Well, I can tell you, when I started my company, every time I wanted to do something, like the engineers that Pops want to hire now, to use now, these engineers that used to work for me, when I told them the salary I was paying, he said, well, you paying them so much money, let me worth so much money. But now they're valuable to him. Every time I went to go and want to buy something or do something, my friend would tell me, buy what you doing to buy, don't buy more thing, don't buy equipment. Do your little thing by. Because obviously my growth, at some point in time, I'm going to outgrow. Hello, good morning.
Critic, good morning. My take on this, right, is that if Mr. Mohammed had all of this to say in this voice note, why didn't he come to you, formulate a meeting, and you guys trash it out there and done? That's how business
No. Mr. Mohammed is not of that character. No, everybody jump on because obviously they have people who have stepped on the toes. Many people
It's not just about having people, it's that everything in Guyana is about the news. Once Smelly Smell gets it, or Doggy gets it.
No, but who, if, like, Mr. Mohammed is one of the wealthiest men in this country. So if you send a letter to me to terminate a contract and so on, and you write letters in the papers and things, but do you think the Mohammeds could get a credible story out? If Smelly Smell and Dog is their source of getting information out, you understand? What they did is play the hand unknowingly, because there's your association. Nobody in nobody figure out yet who is the person that Coretta McDonald was talking about that would pay the teachers if they didn't get that on strike. Nobody figured out yet. They see the videos where the teachers are in Mohammed got we back.
You know, one of the most hateful things that I see is that friends, people who value friends and loyalty, it's not possible anymore in this time and age that we live, because
well, partner, don't lose faith in friendship. I I'm here today because of some of the beautiful people in my life.
Good friends and we have some bad friends.
You understand? What happened to the Mohameds and they don't know is that I knew all the time. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 2 years on. It's 2 years or 3 years on since as I didn't take out a picture with me. And I didn't take likely to it. Then it's about a year and something now since he make the voice note talking with Stacey DeSantis about me. I didn't take too likely about it, but you know what happened? I played a long game. I smile every day with you. You understand? I play, because people scattered. The man like talk, he's talk out everything. Well, here what I'm telling you. I ain't talk nothing yet. Today, I ain't talk 1% yet a one. I ain't scratched the surface. You understand?
And you know something, Guyanese people are so upset that the government has implemented that if you need to visit schools and do donations and whatnot. I don't have anything against both parties, the government or Mr. Mohammed. What I am saying is that if he does a donation to the school, go in front of the school and you take out a picture and you distribute your gift without anybody child in it, because I wouldn't like to see my child being photographed collecting a gift, because it'll show, well, people take it all wrong in different manner. So that is my take on that. Sorry, you have a good day.
Roger that. No. Let me listen now this audio, man. Let me listen now this audio. Then I ain't give me take. And you're gonna catch it, we'll bring up all this. Now he said we'll bring up this. Mohammed said now me just putting far meeting me that since we playing audios, we playing.
You know. So, you know, I really sorry. You know, I should have listened to you guys, but we have we gone down a road that, you know, we have to correct, you know, whatever mistake and so on. We'll take them to court. We don't know what we can gain. I don't think there is anything to gain because the company ain't got nothing. But you know, these are some of the experiences that you would have to go through in life. You know, a lot of unscrupulous people, a lot of ungrateful people. You know, a lot of people in this life. You know what I mean? You don't take the word. You know, I want to see how you're gonna regulate that one with government with the road project. You know, with all this money that he collect, and this pump station over the river. With the mobilization money that he already collect based on what I understand. He collected $130 million, according to one of the guys, you know, who working with him, tell me, you know. So I don't know, and not a piece, you know, a pipe is at Bellevue there where he has to build this thing, you know. So he already failed, you know, he finished with, you know, he lecturing to people about business on his program, you know. But this man is a real, you know, he calling people low life, you know. I mean, he's a low life, you know, no good. Anyway, bro, take care, you know. We can discuss things further. And we would have to decide, you know, we'll have to engage the lawyers and so on and see how best we can move forward with this matter, you know. Sorry I caused all this, you know, harm, you know. I should have...
So the thing is, this gives insight into the Mohammed's business behind the scenes. Is this voice note about all of this? Or is this voice note about one thing? Remember I had an episode the other day about a fool and his money shall soon be parted? Somehow, maybe somebody told him that he is who I'm speaking about. Now listen to another voice note. This is last night, right?
Hello.
After
Critic.
after I heard this, I was like, my God, this can't be. This was leaked. This is not the kind, this is a make-up thing. This AI do this. This is not the kind of man Mr. Mohammed is. This is not the kind of character that goes with somebody that has amassed so much wealth. But it happens, it is so.
Hello.
Hi, Paps. Critic here.
Yeah.
So, Smelly Smell has on our program there a number of...
Yes, I did it because you throwing fucking shades at me. You understand? I warned you about it already. I
just want to make sure you are aware because...
you hear what I'm saying? I did it, okay?
All right, Paps. Roger.
Good.
So this is directly related to me throwing shades on him. I become the villain. Not as a result of a contract. I call in good faith to say, Pops, with respect, what happened here? No. In accepting that it didn't leak to Smelly Smell, you associated with Smelly Smell. We gotta go back and look at Smelly Smell attacks being met out to different people at different times. You gotta go back in history now. Now this again is Mohammed saying why he did it. In a lengthy voice note where all kind of thing is being claimed. Not the contract, not you rob me, not you as a scam. No, you throwing fucking shades at me. Well, boy, we got rein you in. Because you don't know what talk or why you for talk. But now you want talk, but me, we got rein you in. Listen to it again. Last night, at about 9 something, I called Pops because I said, man, hello, good morning.
Hey, morning, buddy. What's going on?
Hey, talk to me.
Everything good there?
Yeah, no complaints. You're by Warren.
I'm watching your live, but it's breaking up, hey.
When it's done, you gotta watch it back and then you get clarity. You good?
Yeah, good.
You not message me, not tell me nothing.
Good, buddy.
All right, boy. Straight strong.
Okay.
See you soon.
Yeah.
No. Again. Mohammed say voice note. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you today?
Cool, brother. Had better days, but a Warren. Talk to me.
My question is if you guys are, businessmen, I think you guys could resolve it on a better forum. It makes no sense you throw shades and going back and forth. It doesn't look good on behalf of both parties.
Well, here why I needed to address it this morning. No, this thing going on for a long time. And those stories are going to be revealed because it's not about me. It's more about power and politics. It's going to become, as I get caught in the middle. Because if anybody could explain this story, it's me. It's not personal me. I stand in the way.
Neither party has nothing to gain if you keep going back and forth.
Matter of fact.
Just throwing dirt on each other's name and it doesn't look good.
No, but here, remember, like for instance, people ask Critic, what happened? I got what I'm gonna do? I can't answer everybody individually calling them. I got to come out and say, well, here, this is what happening. This is a matter of fact.
But at the end of the day, you got a company and a business. It doesn't look good.
How do you propose? How do you propose?
No.
How do you propose
listen.
I handle this?
you allow the public to run with their own opinion. You know from your heart, you know what is the agenda, and you have no reason to address it. Because at the end of the day, people are going to take
do you think
side, whoever is his
yes, that's a matter of fact. You're seeing it in the comments, but do you think there are people who are affected by what is being said about me?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I ain't got answer for they understand where we are. If I don't say anything.
Let your work speak for itself. You understand? Because you has nothing to gain by addressing this situation. Nothing. And it could only get dirtier than it already is. Because it doesn't look good as a business perspective. You understand? It doesn't look good.
I hear you loud and clear, brother. But don't forget,
Thanks.
I get caught up as a media man. I got answer because people say you're in everybody's story. So I'm wearing two hats. It can be one of the biggest scene shows last night and then not heard about by me show this morning. You understand?
Now, the way our society is run is everybody looking for likes and clouds and, so it doesn't make no
sense. As a Muslim brother, I respect your view.
Sense in it. Have a good day, man. Thanks for giving me the time to just give my opinion.
Roger, brother. Hello, good morning.
Morning, my brother. How are you doing?
Talk to me quickly.
Man, Mikhail, I just want you to be strong. In life, I'll tell you something. In life, we all reach that stumbling block.
What stumbling block?
People put things in our way.
Hey, no, man. Listen to me. I had an excavator for Mohammed.
Yes.
I gave him back his excavator when he asked for his balance of money because I literally didn't want any connection left with Mohammed. Most people don't know that to date, the number is about 40 people that lose their visas as a result of association with Mohammed. 40.
Well, I was not going to say something.
I wanted no written connection. So me and my directors made a decision when they asked to take the excavator and hold it for a month and all them things. No, I said, partner, get them back. Cut your losses because there would never be a document that says Mohammed transferred this thing to Critic. You understand?
Well, I was now going to bring up this. I'm glad you brought it up because now I cannot be accused of releasing private, confidential information. I like to say something here. When you went in for your interview the first time and you were refused, it is not that you did not reach the criteria of obtaining a B1, B2 visa. What have happened, it was because of your association.
I was made aware of that on the second time, at my second attempt for a visa.
It was because of your association. And there's some things that eventually Guyanese people will see. And I hope that when these things are revealed and when the necessary paperwork, because the U.S. government cannot just come to Guyana and arrest somebody and take them back to America to face
they have to produce lots of evidence.
Protocol, they have to go through evidence, they have to make a request to the Attorney General's office to start extradition. The thing that I heard last night is slander, is libelous. What I heard is basically vexatious because to hear somebody who portray themselves to be a prominent businessman record a conversation or kept your voice note and then to send it to somebody who is a extortionist, who is wanted for over 60 criminal charges in Guyana. Her name is at Alberton, her name is at Brigham, her name is at Eve Leary. But to send it for what purpose? For what purpose? The only reason that individual had of sending those recordings with your voice note and sending their voice note was the intent. His intent was to cause you shame, was to bring you down, was to cause you some kind of disrepute with your other business partners, and they basically try to damage your reputation.
You see, fortunately for me, brother, fortunately for me, like how people are telling he about me, people are telling me about he. You understand?
I was not
They ain't got no other businessman of the stature and caliber that got no direct association with them, you know. That got anything good for some of them, you know.
I know.
But this thing, as I say, is the beginning of something new. Because I didn't expect this. We got a letter. No.
Yes.
When I called last night, Papa said, man, you think you're ridiculous. You're robbing me. No. Oh, you throwing shades for me. His was response to my shades. Of an episode that I did call A Fool and His Money Shall Soon Be Parted. You understand? Right away, that was his response. Because this letter is recently, all of this behind, after, you know. The same day, Pops came and said, oh, I want this excavator back. I said, Pops, can you wait till weekend? He said, no, I want it right now. I called my directors.
I heard the recording that is circulated, and I must say that I really applaud you, Mikel, because you could have behaved ignorant like how he behaved ignorant. That was actually, I would not lie to you, Mikel, I was actually shocked that you were calm. You responded calm. And
you gotta remember reading now, you know, growing at a faster rate now.
Yes,
let me tell you,
yes.
the experiences that I've had with the Mohameds has changed my life. Has changed my life drastically. I literally associated a man for years who I would sit down, gaffing with, and then see something about myself on social media, knowing that he planned it.
This was maliciously planned. It was.
No, not this alone. 3 years now. Let me give you a story. Let me give you a story. So when I started Tepui, I wanted to stay behind the scenes, keep it my media thing, and got my construction company. Everybody was aware of that. Totally aware. I didn't want my company to come into the sights of nobody and come to distribute as a result of me.
Correct.
Azadeen Mohamed, in an attempt to show association with people of certain character, while the Americans them raging on with the story and thing, decide to put that I is the contractor for the war. Take a picture and there's an article. And not only that is a contractor for the war, that we are partners in the pile bed thing, something that we had discussed and had not been signed off as yet. A 5 million US. So big that come out in the paper for show association. Well, you associate with media, you associate with this body. You understand?
Yes.
So I said, partner, you putting me in the line of fire. I am not interested in that kind of attention. I the media is give all the attention I want. You understand?
Yeah.
And there have been many other things. Now, what people are not noticing.
Well, I know a few, and I can't discuss what I know because then I would be walking on a thin line.
No, but one has to look at the comparison between what happens with the Mohammeds and what happens general in the country. You want me to give you a laugh?
Remember, before you give me a laugh, remember what happened to that young lady, May Thomas,
Yeah.
the permanent secretary, and she had gotten herself in a...
As a result of association with Mohammeds. No other problem.
Of association to Mohammed.
Yeah.
And now she has to do what is called
Damage control.
a waiver. She has to make an application for a waiver via the U.S. State Department. Because what they have that young lady, and I'm really sorry for her, what they have her listed as suspected as money laundering and suspected of being an agent of the Mohammeds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad because she had a lot of potential. She still do has potential, but because of that association now, until she gets a waiver, then she may have reapplied.
No, but outside of that, there have been many people that have been hauled in and called and had to go to the embassy and say, listen, we ain't got nothing to do with murders, we ain't got nothing to do with the body work, man. Enough people they held to skelter.
I'll mention one lawyer name and then I won't say anything about this. There's an Apnu lawyer, a guy, his office is on Hatfield Street. I'll leave it like that. Last year of August, there was a prominent businessman. He owns a guest house in Kitty, and he did some work. He's doing some work on the west side, road work and drainage work. And he has association to the younger Mohammed. I don't think the father is the younger one. Last year, he received a call, and they asked him if he can come into the embassy. He did not come into the embassy. When he went, I didn't even know that the Guyana Immigration Services have the right to stop you from traveling. So when he
when the embassy pull your visa inside, automatically it goes to a system that the immigration is aware when you're going out that you don't have a visa to travel.
Well, this is now I was going to tell you. So when he was leaving Chetty Jigan, the immigration office informed him that he has to go down to the U.S. Embassy. So when he went to this lawyer on Hatfield Street, this AFC lawyer, but by the way, the lawyer charged $2 million. When he went down there, they first did not allow the lawyer to enter the embassy. Eventually, they allowed him, and got to find out a lot of things. And I won't say the lawyer because the lawyer would be breaching attorney-client privilege. But basically, what he got to find out, and these are things I want to know why it was not published in the media. These people asked this gentleman questions pertaining to money laundering, pertaining to some association to Azudine with people from what the place called Saudi Arabia. They asked questions with people with Venezuelan names, some gold mining thing. They asked questions with people from Trinidad. Then they asked him about there's some murder that happened over the river, and then the murder of that young guy at Palm Court, and a bunch of things. We were having a drink at Hibiscus, and the lawyer recorded a few things that was asked him in the interviewing room after the client, and we were listening to it at Hibiscus. And Michael, I can tell you, I left shocked because what I don't understand is that these are things the media don't talk about, these things with the Mohameds. And what I'm shocked about is that if all of these allegations, because a normal man just need to have one allegation and he don't get arrested.
Like me, there's an allegation, say, no, they got pictures, all me equipment get taken back. I bought an excavator from the Mohameds, of which I made an informed decisions with my directors to give back because I didn't want any documented connection. The Mohameds recently had to recruit themselves from $100 million deal with Exxon.
Yes, you know about that.
So me is the bad one? Me is the criminal out here?
But
the president and nobody in Guyana couldn't have saved the Mohameds and all their money. And I is the gangster?
Don't make it sound so good. It sounds like you're trying to protect the Mohameds, man. Listen, they didn't recuse themselves. Let's face the facts. They did not
They had to go.
Uncle Sam tell Exxon, listen, Exxon,
can't do business with them.
Don't get rid of this person from this thing, sir. We done with y'all. No protection for Exxon. And Exxon had to outweigh associating themselves with a notorious criminal than to doing business with somebody. It's factual. It's in the public.
Here what happened. I would prefer not to do these things on my program because you got to do in-depth analysis, and I think I'll go back to writing. I'm a fairly good writer. I've been told when I used to work at Kaicho News, my story had a unique twist to them because I really went in depth and made the layman understand. So I think I'm going to start writing stories. What nobody watches, the deceit and the envy of these people, is how the once president was good friends with him is now an attempt daily to embarrass the president. You understand?
Well, they tried that last night with Smelly Smell. When they played the recording, I don't know if you watched it, if you heard Smelly Smell talking about Jack Dio, Vice President Comrade.
Well,
Jack
Mr.
Dio.
Mohammed told me one time, let me be honest with you. After I start, let me tell you where the story really starts for me. So remember there was a picture and some video with me and Azadin Mohammed in a jet?
Yeah, I remember.
So, I received a call immediately after those posts asking me what was I doing there and where was I going. You understand? Now, the assumption is that Azadin Mohammed might have been interested in buying a jet. The fact is, I am associated, I have a friend who lives in France. I call them the French connection. They were at the time in that jet in the region in Colombia. And decided to stop in here and show off the jet because the French they're the Falcon 900. The French were planning on selling this jet. So I told Azadin, I said, let's go. Let's go have a look at it. Maybe if a day you want to buy a jet, you could buy this jet. I brought that setup here. I took Mohammed to the jet. Now, we take out pictures. Me ain't interested. I received a call an hour after the post was made as to what I was doing, and I was given a warning.
I was not going to tell you this.
My demeanor changed. I said, man, we could warn. There's the man thing and meeting. And so the man said, if you are in the same plane with that man, when it goes out of the airspace, and he's collected, you gone too. I said, man, what nonsense. This man's my friend. I could eat good. And I right away realized, partner, cease and desist. Right? So right away I said, me demeanor change. Now, since it comes out, it all has to come out. Because then the game, anybody knew how and when Azadin Mohammed gets famous? Nobody can't remember. Because he's so known and seen now, people assume as he made me. Well, I was long famous before Azadin Mohammed.
Well, we know that.
I brought notoriety to Azadin Mohammed. Nobody knew who Azadin Mohammed was.
Actually, they knew, but I'll tell you this. I am retiring. I have taken...
I mean the multitudes then.
Well, I'll tell you this. There have been investigations by the U.S. government and Azadin for quite some while. Since I have left that part and I've settled here in Ghana, we have known Azadin because from investigations at that time, when he was under surveillance, he was involved with, but I don't want to cause any...
Don't go and tell them we got to put the stories got to be structured. Since it's out now. What I'm saying, me want to start mudslinging. But I look into the comments and obviously these people ain't well informed.
I was not going to tell you that. It is not mudslinging. They're not well informed because I'm looking at some of these comments also. And I'll tell you this. Last night, I really want to know why is it that the Guyana Police Force is not doing anything with this notorious extortionist.
No, but in that case, I would have to make a report. I wouldn't make a report.
Yeah, you need to make a report.
I wouldn't make a report against Smelly Smell. I find her beneath me.
No, but you need to make a report because I'll tell you why. Certain things that were said, including they're trying to cause Mr. Shell Mohammed talking about the only things you own is 4 people. You're a con man. they're trying to implicate the young lady implicating the Honorable Barajak Bill, Vice President. Then they're saying that she knows that you and the Vice President is go at Marriott and go at Hard Rock. What I want to know is that why is it that these places are allowing anybody who has association with that girl into their places? Because
we can't do that. We live in a capitalist society. We can't stop people.
But
you can't stop people.
No, but Michael, I just hope that they're not videoing or taking pictures of...
No, but nothing surreptitious is going on. That's the funny thing. I have nothing to fear.
They're trying.
Now, if the high point of me life, what do you believe is the program? They got two sets of people. The Mohameds that is at the top of the food chain, and the people at the bottom who have been cussing all the time. I'm the Guyanese critic who takes offense to what I say. That's a matter of fact. What do you think is the common denominator between those two sets of people? The bottom feeders and the Mohameds. The common denominator between them is envy. You understand? Because no, you gotta get Smelly Smell for tell you truth. Stabrook News, Kaichor News, Time News, all the different news, all the TV stations and radio stations. Smelly Smell is the person choose to tell your truth.
And here's the thing now, because we recorded Smelly Smell live, and we saw the people who were commenting. We saw Travis Chase, we saw Gordon Mosley, a lot of known APNO affiliates. And the thing is, I saw a journalist comment, and he's the only one that have a U.S. visa, and that's Gordon Mosley. I don't want to say what is Travis Chase status. I wouldn't want to bring that up. That is for our next day. But I saw these people comment, and they were laughing at you. And they're saying you was a hungry belly. I was looking at that.
Well, I can't vex with them. I just call enough people hungry belly. It's a thing that's pissed people off. And my real program for all the years was either you really love me or you really hate me. So I don't do in between. If you ask somebody about Guyanese Critic, they feel overwhelmingly they got overwhelming admiration for me, or they got great disdain for me. I don't do in between. People are like,
brother. I have admiration for you because I know you long before you were Guyanese Critic. Let me tell you something. When my office was on Charlotte Street here, Charlotte and King Street, when it's around 10 o'clock, I walk across this way. I said, people don't know your struggles. They're just seeing your glory now. I know you when you had your struggles. I used to come across by you. I used to get my fresh juice because you're the only person at that time. And it's a sad thing that you stopped doing it because
here. Oh shit, bye. We got to wrap up this thing. Here up no. We got to wrap up this thing because I got to go and talk to my staff and all people looking at this thing and thinking, oh God, want the critic like, we gonna get me money. What gonna happen here? Later.
God bless.
Safe. Right? We got to raise morale in the ranks. So, some questions got to be asked here. How long has the Mohameds been financing Smelly Smell? Again, when I asked the elder Mohamed, I said, man, here, because he could have said the voice notes were leaky and about it. And I would have just kept my mouth shut. This is him saying here, right? And then it's not for robbing he, like everybody's saying. It's not for owing he, like everybody claiming. It's for throwing shades upon he, right?
Oh, hi, Paps. Critic here.
Yeah.
So, Smelly Smell has on our program there a number of...
Yes, I did it because you throwing fucking shades at me. You understand? I warned you about it already. I
just want to make sure you are aware because
you hear what I'm saying? I did it, okay?
All right, Paps. Roger.
Good. You throw your fucking shades. You believe that I pregnant these cunts, you know?
All right.
So there's a political connotation to it. If you didn't know, it will be revealed in parts. Because one time, Mohammed tell me, Jagyo tell you for stop associate with we. No, not Jagyo. After the Americans started to investigate me and ask me questions, I disassociate myself because I didn't have any questions. I didn't have any answers to the questions. You understand? I am not the person with the answers to the questions. So I had to. People want to know, was there a riff? Yes, there was a riff all the time. But there's a seeding thing behind all the time. And soon I'll go back to the posts and we'll do episodes on specific things and specific time. I am the bad person. You think somebody who would want to see disruption in this country, kids not going to school, the person who would finance that, you gotta worry about them, you gotta worry about me. The person who would instigate and orchestrate that because of a issue with one body, with a minister, would be willing to create chaos in a country. Y'all gonna wake up. Ask yourself, where's the end? Where does it go? Where's the plan? Where's the intention? To my viewers and the people who care about me, I okay. I okay. I will be okay. I always okay. I finished another book today. It didn't stop me from reading a few chapters of The Psychology of Money today. That didn't stop me. I didn't lose no sleep. Well, I think about it. I had thoughts about what I was hearing. But if there's the best they got for me, I wonder why you got. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Critic.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
All right.
No, I just one point I have out there, right? Everybody talking about everybody, right? And what about Pro Alpha and so? Right now we go through he posing up at all the ministers, and the minister them putting a blind eye to what he's doing to poor people in the back down. And me is one that's suffering.
Well, you have my ears and you have the people's ears in this country.
Yes, I understand all of that. I'm reaching out to all the ministers, everybody, and they're still putting a blind eye.
If there's something that I could help you with, and your plight is as a result of some wealthy individual trampling on your rights, you send all the details to me.
I sent it. I said, gone to the minister.
You sent your details to me?
Yes, I did send it. I sent all the details and everybody.
And me and you had this discussion before?
I went.
No. Hold on.
I didn't hear you.
You sent your details to me on WhatsApp?
On WhatsApp, yes.
And you had a discussion as to what it was about?
No, I reached out to you once. I saw you once. I reached out to you and you said send the details. I sent it to you. Everybody view it. You view it very well, but you didn't reply or you didn't say anything.
You sent a message on WhatsApp?
Yes, on WhatsApp.
It might have slipped me. It might have slipped me. But you got it. You got the people ears here. Talk now.
Yeah, because I am a poor person fighting a wealthy man that bullying me, working my land, and GGMC, everybody putting a blind eye to it. And actually going to the Minister of Natural Resources today because since last year, August, I'm running behind this and they just get me wrong because before, yeah. You want everybody to hear the story? Because it's like it doesn't go public. Since last year, I put it out there, and nobody not helping me, nobody not hearing my cry.
No, but if everybody's listening now. I'm live. You're listening now.
Yeah.
You tell me what's happening.
No, watch. We have a land. We applied for this land since 2012. 2012, right? And GGMC actually processed it, put my uncle's name in the Gazette, everything. And Alfonso, now, because he has power, he claiming that this land, he took us to court. The court threw it up because he did not show up, neither GGMC never show up. And, you know, we met with him, this man say he run GGMC. He run GGMC. He is GGMC body and GGMC can't do he not. Right now they put us off from the land and they seize our equipment. I pay $1 million to get it back. And right now the same land where they say dispute, Alfonso raiding it right now.
But he's not working it legitimately.
Yes, I went in the back them on video with him.
No, but what's saying? You say raid. You say raid. What means raid?
Like work in the same hole that GGMC put us off, which I have videos they're saying that is my uncle land. But
no, but you have documents that is your uncle land.
Listen, right, it's applied for since 2012, right? And GGMC was in the whole of processing it, put it, it's gone through Gazette and everything. And through GGMC now saying that it's a dispute because Alfonso applied for it afterwards. And so now because he's Alfonso, he has power in GGMC, stated now that the land is his own, gone to the commissioner say, man, he can't deal with it.
Just drop me a message on WhatsApp and the details will you send and me a look at it. But you got documents to this land, right?
Yeah, we apply, yes.
No, but applying and getting it through documented.
No, listen, you have to understand how this process works with GGMC. Alfonso don't have no documents. I have the force, even GGMC and everybody. I applied. I pay part of it. I just have part now. And how come, no, my contention is right, Critic. How come, right?
First come, first serve. Your contention is first come, first serve.
No, my thing is right. How come they put us off from this hole and tell us for hold out till this hearing? And right now, I went to the Baghdad last week. Alfonso have one set of gunmen. I can't even go on the land that is in my uncle's name because them gunmen stopping people from me. But I gone through the bush and video that the same hole that they put us out.
Send the videos to me. Send the videos to me right away.
I go send it to you.
Right. Send it to me right away. Here. I gotta go to work. What a day. What a day. So, it is what it is. But now because of what it is, like a man called earlier, and there's a Muslim brother, seeing for me picture, profile picture, say it doesn't make sense. But this is not between me and the Mohameds. This is bigger than that. Why they finance the protest and so? Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Is me do that? Is me set up all of that? Is vexation with me make that do that? Who would want to put money into bringing chaos in the country? Or why would one want to do that? Yeah, I gotta learn the game. And the game gonna become reality for y'all. You gotta learn the game. This is even more serious game than what Glenn Lal playing. Y'all take care. Peace out.